Okay, so thank you all for joining us. And this is Ethan from Team Yarbo, and we have our product director Jay with us today. And just like the last Yarbo Tech QA webinar we did, right? We're gonna go through some of our recent frequently asked questions, focusing on the Yarbo lawnmowers, and to provide you with some um, insight and our progress on the resolutions, right?
Yeah.
So that we just want to keep our all users in the loop and to understand what kind of efforts we are putting into resolving users' issues, right? The Yarbo product issues. And this is going to be very transparent, and this is we're gonna talk in depth, and we're gonna be focusing on what's really matters to the Yarbo lawnmowers at this moment, at this point. Okay, let's get started. So just like the last time, the agenda for today is first we're gonna go over the current firmware updates and our future plans. And as you all know, we have just released the hotfix, right? I think from this week. And second part will be our recent FAQs on the lawnmower, and last part will be open QA sessions and open discussions. Okay. Yeah. So welcome everybody, and this is our new Discord channel. So hope you guys are enjoying this new platform, and we'll be hosting more lab events on these platforms. All right, so first we're gonna go through the current firmware 3.7.4. And in this hotfix, we have fixed issues with repetitive scheduled weather email notifications. And we have also resolved the bug preventing the mowers from starting the mowing functions on pathways. We have optimized map drifting warnings to reduce excessive notifications. We have fixed an issue where no-go zones are incorrectly blocking the entire area and causing the roads to went into the no-go zones, causing Yarbo to go into the no-go zones. And last, we have significantly improved the large map calculations. And so I hope you all had a chance to test the Yarbo with the new hotfix and to see some improvements there. Okay, so moving forward, we are planning a firmware release 3.8.0, and it's on schedule to be released by the end of March. Or if we have some delays in the testings, or we find we might need to fine tune some features or bugs, it might be postponed to early April.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our current plan. All right, so moving on to the recent FAQs. So let's start with the waterproof coating. Right, I believe that's something that we all receive, and a few customers might, some of our users might be confused of what it is, right? So we have sent everyone a formal email announcement regarding the power board, and we have found out a few cases that water or liquid will be accumulated on the power board and causing a slight chance of abnormal circuit to short circuit the power board. And with the waterproof coatings we have been sent out, it will be completely cover the power board and to prevent these issues from happening again. So that's a I would say a retrofit to the current unit. Okay, so next let's move on to some issues that our users are experiencing with the lawnmowers right now. And to start with, the error code WP006 and just pops up on the user's application and warns us that Yarbo asked to be driven to a mapped area even when it's already there. It's so confused. We have been receiving a lot of feedbacks on this, and please provide some insight on this one.
Yeah, sure. So actually, I know you guys, I got a notification like WP004 or 005 and 006. I think this is not intuitive, especially for the warning side. Um, so what I'm saying is, uh, we have to rewarding, rewrite this notification for sure, to give our customer a better notification, to explain what's the issue going on. Actually, what the really issue inside the Yarbo is because of the some documents or some file got disappeared, for no reason in our Yarbo system. So this file stores some data for the location data for the Yarbo, and especially the coordinate data, maybe a data center data. So that disappeared. The reason behind the file disappear, because we have an overlay. The backup system of the file system, but the overlay system in Linux, our Unix system is have the same director of our user data's director. So actually, this is system issue. We found this issue and solved this issue to give another third backup file system. So we actually redefine refine the backup plan of the file system. So in future, even though even the file got disappeared, but we have a backup system to recover these files.
Yeah.
So we got some defense logic of our system logic. This is one reason. Another reason is actually it's not WP004 or 006, is WP005. That's because our the data structure we define our data structure in previous in our application, in our app system, in your client system, and we found out this is um, to have too many limitation of the application to join a map. We have to map area and map a pathway by the order. We don't want this. We want you join the map. You can join the map and edit the map by once the map finish. You have the choice. You have a choice to edit the map.
Yeah.
So we transfer whole data structure from your client system to our rover side, to our backends.
Okay.
So now that's the big change because the whole data structure change. So we migrate all the data structure from rover side, and that's causing some latency or old data structure got spared. Even though we have a defense logic to cover some case, most of the case, but some corner case, you have to mapping that pathway by manually to delete some pathway and sidewalk and dead end to migrate to that pathway data structure into our system, rover system. So this is this kind of notifications root cause. We fixed this issue, and by this 3.7.4, yeah,
It's all fixed.
yeah, this is hot fix. But I'm not sure to cover all the cases because users cases a lot. So our engineering team is working on what we are working on the visualizers. We got some map, like map virtual map to run in the map in automatic testing. So we're running automatic testing for now to running a bunch of map by the rover system itself. So it's not by manually do the test anymore. So I believe that it will cause our software code quality but improve
Robustness.
robustness. Yeah, so this is one of these issue.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, just to summarize, we have made a data structure change in the, I believe it was 3.7.0. So in that patch. And that's why after that firmware upgrade, some users are experiencing this error .p006.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
0 to 5. Okay.
6 is a file system issue.
Okay, file system. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for resolution is already in place with the hotfix, and please test it out. If you're still experiencing this error message, please reach out to us, and it might be a data loss issue.
We can fix it by manually, remotely, for sure.
Yes. Okay. Again, if you have any questions or concerns regarding these issues, and you thought we might need to further explain this, please leave a comment in the chat room, and we'll be going over them. Okay. Okay. So next question. It's gonna be no-go zone related, right? So why does Yarbo entering into the no-go zones? This is also very confusing, right? So for the customers, it should be strict. It should not go into it.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened? Yeah, that's our software bugs for sure. And but that is real case for our system because we mimics a lot of the data, a lot of map in our system, our virtual system. We found that bug is because it's always happen when Yarbo recharge. When it's recharging, it will find the closest street path to go to another area, to another area. So that will causing go through cross that no-go zone. But we fix this. We no fix of knowing bugs for sure. Another reason to go to the no-go zone because the obstacle bypassing behavior. So the corner case of our Yarbo mower is when Yarbo in boundary, when Yarbo working in the boundary. At the same time, there is a no-go zone beside, and the boundary and the no-go zone, all the cases are mixed together. So when Yarbo to do the
Parameters.
yeah perimeter,
Cleaning the parameter, mowing the parameters.
yeah. So that's causes the issue. That will if Yarbo not seeing any obstacle, but it's just do obstacle bypassing by itself, and there is no go zone, so the side will slip into the no go zone, and it cannot get out by itself. So
Okay.
out of stack, the algorithm is not working at all. So that's causing the issue. But we fixed most of the cases for latest topics.
All right. Okay. So again, this is something that we have already released the hotfix patch, and please test it out and see if this issue has been resolved on your end. And if not, please reach out to us at support@yarbo.com or in this Discord channel, which way you felt comfortable with, and we'll be looking into your units promptly. All right. Okay, and let's move on to the next question. So yeah, this is also a big issue for lawnmowers.
Yeah.
It cannot start the plan, right? Our users cannot start a plan because it's taking hours to initiate. And it was confusing at first, and then even more confusing when Yarbo just initiated hours later, right? So yeah, please talk about this issue.
Okay, that's because the root cause because it's the aerial map is too big, too large, so it takes time to calculation. But our algorithm engineer is working on that, working behind that to optimize the algorithm speed. But we still found some issue when we slow or reduce that big map or large map, and especially in corner in no-go zone part, there is a no-go zone points when Yarbo try to cross the no-go zone from point A to point B, there is no-go zone, and we calculate that path take too much time. We found the bug because of no-go zone. It's not because the whole mapping system is because of the no-go zone. So what will cause this issue? The big large map, large area. The third second, too many no-go zone will cause this issue. And of course, we have some algorithm issue like recursive is the code into the running recursive, so it cannot take out by itself. So we fix this issue by optimize the no-go zone. Like we consider that no-go zone. First, we when we're running the Yarbo, we start the plan. We calculate that data by at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. When we calculate, the Yarbo is going to work by itself. This is the first solution. The second solution, we try to optimize. We compare the same issue. We kept compare same map, same area. One map, one area. We cause in 5 hours to calculation out, and after our algorithm optimize, we reduce to 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's
huge improvement.
yeah. The 3.5, 7.4, they were reduced to 1 hour or to 30 minutes. But when our latest firmware fix is reduced to 5 minutes, and this is the second one, the second way. The third solution is by using sleeves, like you guys
Map editing.
map editing.
Yeah. Okay.
So for now, the map editing, you can just keep one map, one area. But in the future, you can keep the both area. You have a option to keep one or to keep A or B or both.
Oh, both.
So that will reduce the large map appear. So that's the three solution for the long term and the short term.
Got it. So yeah,
Oh, okay. There's long
So-
term. I saw
there's
the long-
even long term,
even long.
vision, like a future vision and
Yeah.
like permanent solution changes how Yarbo maps or how you use Yarbo.
Yeah, so actually, I won't say that. I won't announce that when it come to realize in the maybe in 1 month or in 2 months, we have a test. But we can give you guys some
Like teasers or
Yeah.
previews of this
reviews. Yeah.
feature, right?
Yeah, for now, Yarbo navigation by using the RTK and IMU and some vision system. It's not intuitive, especially RTK data center. Even now, you have to install the data center in your roof on your roof. So we got some feedback from our customer like this is not intuitive. That's too complicated to running a cable.
Yeah.
So we're thinking a way to take out the data center. But if we take out the data center, how do we map in the area? So for now, thanks for the test, like all of them running automatic the L3 or L4 automatic driving system.
Okay.
So we take some spirit from that. So we can using vision to do the step to mapping an area by Yarbo itself in the future. That's for sure. We realize we we make it for small area, but it's not for the large area. But ideally, theoretically, it will work. So we are working on that. And in the future, for the large computation issue or large calculation issue, the future resolution, we are using RTK, but will not rely down to mapping AI. We can using a vision to build the local map by itself. So this is long-term solution.
Long-term solution.
Yeah, that's will realize maybe 1 year.
1 year. Okay. Will this be deployed over the air, or does our customer current users needs to be upgrading their units? Is it compatible with the 2024 units?
It could be compatible.
Compatible. That's good news. Okay.
So we are because our current hardware is good, and especially the computing system, the memory or the CPU, we are over designed for that.
Okay.
So in future, we have to using real data, less data, to using more intelligent algorithm to make it happen. So that is compatible for 24 version.
Right. Yeah. That sounds good. And so for short term, like we are
Split
large
Yeah.
areas, and yeah, so we will have a future. We'll have a feature ready for our users. They can keep both areas or multiple areas.
Yeah. So for the wisdom based navigation is the hard part is is testing. Since it have to consider about snow days.
Yep.
Raining days.
Yep.
Because different scenario of the environment will causing the vision system that's not robust for wisdom system. And we have to
A lot of tests to do.
have a lot of tests to do, and we merge all the navigation system into one.
Like you have to
like
put all the
fusion, like
yeah,
to get fusion or wisdom fusion for that.
all the sensors needs to work together.
Yeah,
to
at the same time.
yeah,
So,
at the same time.
that does take time to test. We actually working on that. So it's usable, but take time to test for cover all scenarios.
Yep. Got it. And let's move on to the next question. So it's gonna be recharging failure. It's we have seen several reports on this. Some recharging process has failed. While it's trying to get back to docking station, and some other cases, Yarbo is already on the docking station, but it's moving itself out of it.
Yeah.
And for the last case, Yarbo is not able to charge, even it's perfectly aligned on docking station. So several different scenarios. Yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah, the root cause of because of this charging pad or the dock station is the location of our customer put. The close to the house or the tree or maybe some coverage on the side, it will causing the local not make the RTK fix. We are seeing that fix. It will causing the RTK float. When it floats, Yarbo by using IMU and vision to navigation. So at that time, it causes, but it got sleepy. Sometimes, especially for the snow spot or the snow
environment.
Snow environment.
Yeah,
it got sleepy, and we are not fully using IMU potential. We're just using an angle, and we're not fully using IMU. So for this case, we have two options for that. The first option we are already released But we're gonna fix using this system or the algorithm in next 2 months to
Mhm.
release out to our customer by using IMU. I use IMU with vision. So now is you're saying the back of Yarbo have a camera.
Yeah.
So we can using that camera to locate that the docking station.
That sounds
Go back to by itself by
with the
yeah,
vision.
with vision.
Yep.
And if the vision is if the vision not work, we have a
Yeah.
so it's fusions again.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
now, we're just using RDK
Mhm.
and some of the IMU potential, but not all.
Mhm.
We're using IMU angle, but we're not using the speed, maybe. So in the future, we have a more option for the recharging period. This is the first case. The second case is the hardware issue. The receiver part and the power part not communicated together. So when you have to go back to the docking station, the charge
It's perfectly aligned, but it's not starting to charge.
yeah, it's not starting charge.
Yes.
So this is a communication issue because of a hardware issue. This is not software can solve.
Mhm.
So in that case, our after sale customer service will replace the data center or docking station by yours.
Yep.
And otherwise, will replace the whole rover.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that for that we can remotely check the readings on the rover or docking station, and to locate if it's either a hardware issue or not. Right?
Yeah, but this is the real case, I believe.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a rare case, of course. And when we are talking about recharging failures, it's actually we can dissect it into different parts. So first is like using RTK to try to go back from the working area to the docking station. For that, we use this GPS and RTK, right?
Yeah.
And then when Yarbo is close, approximately 1 meters around the docking station, it will switch to the magnetic sensors,
Yeah.
trying to align itself perfectly on the docking station. And, and lastly, it's already aligned and needs to be start the charging process. So that's another process.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think with the visual based feature,
Yeah.
Yarbo should have much better
Yeah,
performance.
yeah, I can
backing up.
leak some leak out some message to you guys.
Mhm.
So we put the two docking station at the same time on the driveway,
Okay.
and yeah, we'll go back. We take out the RDK antenna
Mhm.
and to try to see which docking station Yabo can to
Locate.
locate
Yeah.
to dock. So Yabo will decide a closest one. But we take out that closed one by ourselves,
Okay.
and the Yabo will go back to another one to decide which one the Yabo will go to dock.
That's interesting.
So this is the brief test, like smoke test for our current design.
Mhm.
And in future, I believe because of the feature, you can put your dock station in your garage under the roof. No
problem. You don't need RTK anymore.
You don't need RDK.
Well, that's very promising, guys. I believe it has been requested multiple times for the winter time, right, where you want park Yarbo instead of the
Yeah.
garage. We finally moving forward towards that goal.
Yeah, but the short distance between Yarbo can see that docking station around 3 meters.
3 meters.
3 meters.
So yeah, before that 3 meters, we still need RTK.
Before 3 meters,
We still
still
need
RDK.
Okay.
And yeah, but eventually with our visual stamp, not only 30 meters. No
RTK is
problem. Yeah.
irrelevant anymore. Right?
Yeah.
We don't need RTK. All right. Okay. Let's move on for the next question. And that was some exciting discussions and news shared with the crowds. But yeah, next one is gonna be the more obstacle bypass issues, right? And looking into the common zones, we see some questions asking the same
Mhm.
issues. And why does it keep showing Yarbo is navigating around obstacle when there's no obstacle? And our user have used A very interesting term, phantom obstacle. Yeah, please shine some light to us.
Yeah. So that's a complicated question. And we're able to decide to see if there the obstacle, there are multiple sensor works at the same time, ultrasonic sensor and the bumper, and also the vision, visual system. So they also working at the same time. So what our current design ultrasonic sensor is high level, high priority. But our ultrasonic reflection being inaccurate. That's admit that because we are not upgrade the ultrasonic sensors firmware. Why is causing that? Because some ultrasonic sensor detect different materials, different surface of materials. They reflect the wave is different. So sometimes there is no obstacle, but the ultrasonic sensors seeing that it has obstacle over there. So that is one issue.
Okay.
That's a real case, but that could causing this issue. The second one is because of vision. Our current design for visions by using image segmentation.
Segmentation.
Yeah, image segmentation. If just imagine that there is a multiple, we take a picture with our camera in our room, and we take out different laptop to segment out the laptop, the person, and maybe the screen, maybe a chair. This is our image segmentation way to detect detect to take out the object. And the real inside of that, because our mower to go into the mall, we did segmented the grass from non-grass. So for real case, if the shadow of the sunlight to on the grass, we think is maybe an obstacle. That's one thing. But we can train in that. We can train in some like this shadow. Maybe we can train in other cases. We're training okay, we label it. It's not the obstacle. But all the way of this guy, this technology is not works. It's not fully cover all the cases. Okay. It's I'm not saying it's not unusable, but it's reliable, not unreliable. I think not robust. So we decide to move our technology to point cloud. Point cloud technology. So we combine with segmentation and point cloud to make the obstacle bypassing this algorithm more robustly. How we do that in previous Yarbo see our obstacle and try to go around that obstacle and go back to using that camera to see if the obstacle on my side or not. And our side camera also works, but the side camera cannot get the distance between the obstacle with the side camera because it's so monocular. So now that's will causing Yarbo go around the obstacle where very efficiency way. Take a look. If there are obstacle and go straight, take a look. This is not clever.
Not clever. Yeah,
Not clever.
not so clever.
And still using segmentation way. But for now, we introduce another methodology, point clouds. So now you have to see an obstacle and take out that obstacle, know the distance, and go around, and the side camera and the
And the front camera can see a little bit of that obstacle, right? It's still visible.
still visible.
Yeah.
And our system remember that coordinate of that obstacle and the memory into the map, and to use a dynamic way to take out the obstacle, and when Yarbo go around on another side of the obstacle, it still can remember a whole. It's build a point cloud obstacle system or coordinate into the map.
Okay.
So now Yarbo will not see and see and turn around to decide to make a decision. So we combine segmentation and point cloud. We think that's we test a lot of cases and scenario is more robust than before. So in the future, maybe we don't want this segmentation anymore because some SAM module like a snowblower module segmentation is not reliable at all. But for the mower module, grass, non-grass, still can use. So we are in migrate stage
Okay.
for our
Okay.
algorithm. So get some patience. We're gonna release the new algorithm for our Yarbo system in 1 month.
1 month. Okay. So the firmware updates after the 3.8.0.
Yep. Maybe some algorithm will be utilized in 3.8.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're gonna improve our algorithm step by
Step by step.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And will this be just on time for the mowing season?
Mm,
It's gonna be released on time for the mowing season?
yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. All right. Okay, yeah, and let's move on to the next question. It's still gonna be about the yeah, so we discussed this already, image segmentation issues.
For now, I think I get some advice for current user. First, try to get setting page. There is the obstacle navigation maybe level.
Yep.
I think you can choose a customize and turn off the ultrasonic sensor
Ultrasonic sensors.
and make sure your border, the area border, don't park any your property like your car beside that. So
Okay, so yeah, the key takeaway here is that turn off the ultrasonic sensors, and also when Yarbo is running the parameters first.
yeah,
Yarbo Mower is running the parameter first. It will not utilize the vision.
yeah.
So you
It's
got
only using bumper.
yeah, you will have to please make sure there's no obstacles at the parameters.
Or you can
for
put
that.
some
No go zones.
yeah, no go zone.
No go zones works too. Okay.
And using bumper you also can go around the obstacle.
Bumper.
But don't use like a car because the car is have a more space between the car rail. So Yarbo will crash that car not by using bumper, but the antenna. That will definitely
Okay,
antenna.
yeah, so if there's a track that's higher than the vision
Yeah.
can detect, Yarbo will go in under the track.
No, not the vision. Because ultrasonic
Ultrasonic sensors also
yeah.
cannot detect it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's causing an issue. So for current user, I give you some advice for that.
All right, got it. Okay, yeah, so this is also a case that I've been sharing in the community many times, and we have a lot of, not a lot, but several video recordings of it, showing that Yarbo's lawnmowers kept bumping into things. And yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, still same thing. Like keep bumping, but Yarbo at that time maybe the camera is got some dirt
Okay.
on side of the camera.
Front camera maybe
Yeah.
you might need to clean up the
Yeah,
cameras.
but we don't have the notification for the customer. There is some dirt on the front camera. Please clean it out.
Okay.
We're not saying that, but in the future, the application will get some notification for that. So you can clean the camera. Just like Tesla car, there's if the side camera got dirt, then the Tesla car will not give up.
Inform
not
you.
Inform.
Yeah.
So this is one thing causing this issue. The second issue because front there is a shadow maybe I am not sure, but some cases there's shadow, sunlight shadow, or there's the sunlight just goes straight to that camera.
Okay.
So it's got keep it on because the sunlight is the same in anyway, the front camera not used at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's too much light for the cameras to see anything.
Yeah, but
Is that what you?
it's still the bugs behind that because even the bumper because the bumper it will make the turning by
Mhm.
anyway, but that's it's bug for sure.
Okay, so that's something we are trying to resolve
Yeah,
at the time, right?
Yeah.
And the final solution will be point cloud-based obstacle avoidance, just
Yeah,
like we discussed.
yeah. I don't think this will happen more often, but I think in real case.
Real case?
Yeah.
Okay, but I have seen some videos still.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, we have a solution incoming, and it will be implemented before the mowing season starts.
Yeah.
Okay, think that's all we have to cover. And is there anything else we missed?
Oh, I think.
No. Okay, we can go into the
Yeah. Oh, okay. One more thing.
Mhm.
Because the Yarbo will go with the perimeter, is not using vision at all. I think you mentioned that.
Yep.
And yeah, you have to setting the on the setting page,
Mhm.
and I suggest using customize again and using moderate that level obstacle bypassing in terms of the ultrasonic sensor. That will make your Yarbo more, more good to utilize and in dark light
Okay.
or in dark time
Dark
you want more in the long or by setting the gentle contact if there's not too many no-go zone because dark time you have to turn on that light,
Mhm.
turn on that front light for sure.
Yeah.
Because sometimes see some customers turn off that light.
Yarbo can see.
Yeah, you cannot see.
All right. We're gonna move to the Q&A session and open discussion. I'm going to the question list, common zones. Have the
Yeah, okay.
here. Place it here. Okay, let's start with Fan. Okay, so I have quite a few issues with Yarbo entering no-go zones and or obstacle avoidance not working. I have it wrestling with trees pretty badly. It runs into trees and beams of a swing. Backward and damage quite both quite badly. I'm wondering why obstacle avoidance doesn't see the trees or beams. So I think the trees we discussed that.
Yeah, we discussed that.
But for the swing, you know,
Mhm.
so that's something that hangs in the middle of the air
Yeah,
for Yarbos. So we can, as a human perspective, we are seeing the whole structure of the
yeah,
swing. But for Yarbo, it's on a lower level and it only detects something that grows.
it's like FOA. I think
Mhm.
he talking about the FOA. Actually, Yap can see the beams of the swing.
Oh, okay, beam
Yeah.
of swing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beam of swing. But sometimes I still if you are working on the dark light,
Mhm.
it's not seeing that. So that will cause an issue. I recommend that swing of the beam make it no-go zone.
No goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until we release the point
point
cloud. Yeah, point cloud this feature.
Okay. Okay. Next question from X. Udu X. I have to use a bumper using vision options just causes the rover to constantly adjust around phantom obstacles. Yarbo is completely flat, no large clumps of grass, weeds, or atoms in the working area. So I think we covered this a little bit. The
Yeah.
phantom obstacles.
Yeah.
I believe it was caused by the ultrasonic sensors.
Yeah.
Right. And try to use the customized level of bypassing and turn the ultrasonic sensor off
And clean the camera.
and clean the camera. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We have a question from our TA, Steve. Yes, Tommy has been. Okay, I don't think it's a question. It should be a reply. Okay, next question for
Oh.
JBY. DMO. Okay, sorry, I can't pronounce that. Could an option be added to when you set up your work plan to allow you to pick the pathways you want to use? Do you
Pick
get
the
it?
pathway. Yeah, I
Mhm.
got you.
Yep.
Um,
I
mm,
mean, we had these suggestions before and feedbacks before, and I think there are some
mm,
considerations for the product teams on this one.
mhm,
And I believe from what we discussed previously, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? The,
yep.
the pathways is building to the whole map.
Mhm.
So not that's why we are not able to select them. It was like a default setting. And Yarbo will decide which one is the closest, and I will go with that. So
Yeah, so yeah,
mhm,
the previous designs by order, right?
okay,
The
yep.
mapping the area by order, pathway order. So it's not a pathway to add a plan. It's not just like a area or pathway.
Mhm.
It's only a data structure. So you should have the order for area one, area two, and pathway.
Yeah.
But if you mapping another pathway from area one and area two, so now you can choose which one is better, or
Yeah. Yeah.
which one is more priority to use.
Mhm.
But I don't like pathway for sure because I like the sidewalk. So um, I
Use the
suggest you.
sidewalk.
Yeah, I suggest using sidewalk. I want redefine that pathway. I
Okay.
want to define it as a magic path.
Okay. So instead of having to choose pathways, you will no longer have pathways. You will not able to choose any pathways. It will be deleted.
Yeah,
Right?
you got
Okay.
using
So yeah,
not a term.
from a user's perspective, I believe it's kind of conflicted with these two
Yeah,
features,
quite.
pathway and sidewalk or dead end, right?
Mm.
They can be used in the same means, and then just the sidewalks are, there's more less restrictions
Yeah,
for the sidewalks or dead ends.
yeah. We're gonna. I suggest using sidewalk
Okay.
in most of the case because the sidewalk can take up take replay place of the side pathways.
Pathways. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So I gonna call it the past and future.
Mm-hmm.
All the thing past.
Everything is path.
All the thing is past.
Okay.
So it's connect.
It's gonna be
Yeah, like the different
areas
area and
yeah,
more friendly and
to make it less complicated.
yeah, that's true. Not intuitive.
Got it. Understand. Okay. Next question from Tim. If you are moving to point clouds, this will lend itself to putting a LiDAR on the front, which, apart from some situations with light, will be more accurate for this type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we know some car industries they use LiDAR to with the point clouds,
Mm.
but I believe there's also where we are going to is pure vision point clouds. So,
Actually, we are considered a radar.
that's a
We are still
wow.
considered a radar. That's is
Can we-
another message, but we haven't make a decision because radar a little bit expensive.
Of course.
Expensive.
Mhm.
If we using radar, get better performance than our current design,
Mhm.
I have to consider about that. Radar has another issue. When in the snow day, the snow cover the whole later. So this is another story. So, but we still consider about radar. We're not make a decision only using camera, using vision or VSTEM or radar stem.
Mhm.
We're not make decision. We are doing research in the doing a test, but we first um, go straight in VSTEM this first.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
Yeah, I agree with this guy. I
Tim.
agree with him. I
Mhm.
agree with this team. in dark light, radar is more accuracy. Uh, uh, anyway, it's expensive.
It might be an add-on towards what we already have right now. Is
Maybe
that possible?
it's a add-on. It's another option.
Yeah, so that our current users can still use the sorry, point clouds.
Yeah.
That's still feasible, right?
Yeah, but still point clouds radar the vision. Also, we can get the point cloud. Point clouds and radar is work better in dark time.
Dark time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. All right, next question from Udu Hex. Can we talk about mud and truck slippage? Need a way to process and handle muddy areas in the working area.
Yeah, I know for snow blower modules we have a out of stock algorithm, but for the lawnmower modules, I think we're not using some out of stock algorithm.
Mhm.
So we can add the same algorithm, just like um, snowblower module, but it's not like a lift all the way up.
Mhm.
Mm. So this is one thing we don't have that algorithm in building for
For the
lawnmower.
mower.
Yeah, so we can consider about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, add this feature to out of stock. Track slippage is real happening
Grass.
in grass.
Yeah.
Grass because I think our track is more robotic than other lawnmower module. Other lawnmower robots.
Robotics.
So
Yeah.
so that case, maybe you can take a picture to me and we can see what happened because we don't see many scenario like that.
Yeah, like it's a muddy area,
Yeah.
right? So maybe we can think of a physical add-on, hardware add-on. It's pure user's choice. If they are dealing with muddy areas, they can add it towards the tracks.
Mm.
Not sure.
I'm not
Yeah, we
sure
need to
for
think
this
about it.
case.
All right, yeah.
Think about
So
it.
again,
I
yeah,
with
that's not a common
Yeah.
working zone that we do to the
it's
for
always
that.
on the grass, on the ground, and a lot of grass, no muddy area. But yeah, it happened. We're gonna think about it.
Yeah, okay. Let me turn on my volumes. Hello.
Hey, hello there.
Hello.
Just to give some context.
Hi.
Um, I live in Mississippi, so during the early spring, we have really heavy rains that come through, and that's what's creating these muddy areas in the lower sections of my yard. Um, I've just got a test work area set up for the Yarbo, just getting ready. And a couple of times it's already found itself stuck in those areas where the treads have either caused a slippage issue or they just continue to spin. And I've got some ruts and some very deep holes that the rover has put into the yard already. Um, I get the alerts in the app. I'm able to manually drive the rover out of the area. When I hit resume, it drives itself right back to that muddy spot and just continues to dig into the dirt. So I have to stop the entire job and then adjust the starting point to being further in the percentage area to bypass that. So either having some way in the app to navigate the rover away from the muddy area and say continue from here, or a way that you can dynamically, use some fat fingering on the map to say avoid this area on the next jobs or avoid that on this job to just bypass that mud and prevent tearing up the yard.
Does the no-go zone works for you? Setting a no-go zone in that for that area?
But you have to do that in the mapping process. You can't do that live. So if I had to, I'd have to stop the job, go put the no-go zone in, and then restart the job, which is going to cause the Yarbo to cross the work area and create uneven tracks.
Okay, I see. So this is not a permanent area where there's always mud, but this
Right.
was only a temporary. Okay, got it.
Yeah, when there's heavy rains, that area will become muddy, but most of the time it's usually dry. So if you can't account for weather conditions, going out there and proactively scheduling a different path to follow during rain season, which kind of eliminates, the smart aspect of the rover. And similarly, I
Got it,
have
yeah.
another thread started over the general chat for, if you had temporary supplies sitting in the work area, say you're doing some mulch work, you've got a tarp down with some mulch sitting on top of it, or you've got some materials for a fence project sitting there. How can you dynamically tell the rover to avoid that momentarily?
Yeah, we get the point. So yeah, I believe this is more like a corner case that we didn't
Yeah.
think about previously, consider previously. But yeah, thank you for the feedbacks. We'll be
Can can we just disable the no-go zone?
we can do that. We
Uh,
can set a no-go zone.
really?
Yeah, we can do that definitely in that. We can set a no-go zone, and when it's a sunny day, we can disable the no-go zone, and Yarbo will continue working. And if it's raining, and you can enable it, and Yarbo will bypass it.
Yeah, this is an option.
That's the option. Yeah. What about the escape algorithms that we discussed?
Yeah, skip algorithm. We have to think about this. How do I know that raining day?
Like, can the no-go zone be
We-
enabled and disabled dynamically during the work plan? Or does it have to be stopped and restarted to do that? I haven't tried.
Happened before the work plan.
Okay. Yeah, so once it gets
Yeah,
out to a muddy
setting-
area that's stuck, then you'd have to stop the entire work plan and then restart it from a further percentage point. Versus being able to tell the
Yeah.
Yarbo right there, and let's avoid this location right now and continue on with the job.
Yes, that will be a temporary solution, and just like we are discussing right now, for the snowboards, we have escape algorithms where Yarbo get itself stuck and unstuck itself
Yeah.
automatically, right? So we are thinking about putting that
Into lawnmower
also. So yeah,
Yeah.
that should be able to resolve your issues. Since you mentioned you can drive Yarbo out of it, then we should be able to.
Yeah, we should be able. So for now, our couple of just for some reason,
Mhm.
some modules don't have other features just like a sidewalk.
Yep.
Some sidewalk is not using in lawnmower module,
Mhm.
but in
Snowblower.
snowblower. So we have to sync this feature together in one Yarbo core.
Yep.
So that's what we're trying to do. Yeah. So I believe in the future the lawnmower module has that feature out of the stock.
Itself.
Yeah.
Unstuck itself.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Thanks.
Udo hacks. Yep. We're gonna move down and to the list. Okay, so there's add on to what we discussed.
Yeah.
And next question from Joe. Many of snow track slippage are showing in community. In my case, out of 10 plus snowstorm, I have only 2 times they can finish work plan. The rest I have to babysit and drag Yarbo off many times for each slippage. What is the plan to resolve this issue? Some of users are starting using 3D print plastic instead of metal studs to prevent scratch on their concrete driveway. Any recommendations? Because I am trying to balance between track slippage and damage to travel.
There's no time. Yeah, for snow times, I saw some customer have those
Weights.
weights on side of the track.
Yeah.
That works for sure.
works, yeah.
That works for sure. And also this out of stock algorithm, I think you make sure your Yarbo snowblower module is keep on the ground as low as on the ground is
Yeah.
as low as possible, because if the snow leak on the under of the Yarbo and the body of the Yarbo will lift up, so the
Yes.
track will got no space to get the traction. So that's another reason. So and send out the Yarbo as soon as possible when it's snowing. So
Again, a bit thinking ahead for the next winter. So right now, we're discussing some resolutions for next winter, right?
yeah,
And we definitely gonna provide more permanent solutions towards the truck slippage issues that some of the users faced last winter.
yeah, and sometimes I think track slip will always happen at some spot, a specific spot.
Mhm.
So in that specific spots, you can using sidewalk or using slow path, slow
path.
march, slope path to solve this issue. Some corner case you can using that to adjust that path.
Like manually, it tells Yarbo how
Yeah,
to
manually.
maneuver around that
Yeah.
area, right? And yeah, for next winter, because some users have brought some ideas to us and showing that adding more weights to Yarbo core
Mhm.
can enhance the performance, and that's something we have been considering.
Yeah, we can add some
Definitely,
in,
definitely.
in our website to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
our customer for that weight
Yeah.
to fit for
Add-on.
20, for the add-on for the 24 version.
Mhm.
So that could be a solution.
So yeah, moving on to the next question. Fan. I have a question about pathways. I said a pathway that point through a door in a fence. The door is approximately 30 centimeter wide, wider than Yarbo is. Yarbo does not manage to drive through that, and it's open, of course, but keeps hitting the fence until it's give up. Anything I can do about this?
So what modules? It's no
I
blow
believe
module. It's
lawnmower
lawnmower
module.
module.
Yeah,
It should be lawnmower module. And 30 centimeters wider.
than Yarbo. That's a bit.
So only 10 meters.
50 meters, 50 centimeters on each side.
30 minutes on each side, right? That could go straight for that. So I have a solution for that. Try to map that pathway straight. It's not the curve. You have to uh, mapping that path as a straight path, as straight as much possible.
I get what you're saying. Like leave some rooms so Yarbo is pointing towards the door and going straight
Yeah.
into it instead
Yeah.
of turning and
Yeah.
going into the door. And yeah, and also for the RTK system, there's are some
I think
You know,
30
as-
centimeter is not a big issue for the RDK because RDK is more accuracy
Accurate.
than high accuracy than 30 centimeters. So I'm assuming it's not
going straight into
going
it.
straight. It's a curved pathway.
Yeah.
If it is a curved pathway, the bumper will pumping that the fence at the
Yep.
first time and get some out of the bumping,
Yep.
not the motion. So the motion is not like this.
So yeah, so we are saying the pathways to make the pathway straight. It means make sure that the Yarbo core and Yarbo is having a direct direction,
Yeah,
straight direction towards the door. And yeah, again, when you are mapping with Yarbo, it uses the center point of the Yarbo core. And
and also maybe at that time, ultrasonic sensor works.
mhm,
At that time, or if the ultrasonic sensor works, Yabo gonna go around that obstacle. So that's the same
yeah,
issue
that
like
makes sense.
so on a setting page, to set the ultrasonic sensor as turn it off for that pathway.
So Yarbo, instead of going directly toward going through the door, it tries to avoid it. Right?
Yeah.
It tries to bypass it.
This is what I'm assuming.
Yeah. So maybe a video of what happened.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take a video.
Yeah, you can send it to Discord and we'll have a look.
Or some tickets, we can check the logs to see what's really going on for that path. Maybe the obstacle avoidance causing that issue. Maybe I think 30 centimeter is no problem for the Yarbo for the accuracy. So maybe something else.
Okay, got it. All right, next question from Ken. This question.
Like sidewalk.
I like sidewalk as well. Should be on all modules.
Yeah.
I swap from he agrees. I swapped from the snowblowers to the sand, and I noticed my sidewalks disappeared from the map. I'm assuming because they don't exist on the sand. They're hidden. And will come back for the snowblowers. Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, for the lawnmowers, I think the dead end, they are the same
Mm,
with the sidewalks, just different names.
yeah. No.
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 Kind of different.
Different. That end is
Different.
go straight and back
Oh,
out.
okay, back out. Yeah, this a bit
It's
different.
different.
Yep.
And that ends no another point. Another point to point connected to two.
Okay, so it has to be open-ended,
You can
connected to another
connect-
area.
It's not connected at all. It's just go
Okay,
go on that area and go back. That's-
Oh, okay, got it. Understood. So yeah, we still need the sidewalks for the lawnmowers.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay. Next question from Tim. Is coming down in price as it getting more used? Some drones like DJI right, have it on the front now. So finger crossed, it would be in conjunction with camera visions, I guess. Thanks. So it was the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that letter.
Yeah, it's coming down the price.
Yeah, coming down.
So we'll consider about that.
Yeah, that's the reason we are considering it.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other questions? Okay, nope. All right. All right, so this is the first official live event we did on Discord, and it will be really nice if all our users and audiences can give us some feedbacks, because previously we hosted all the events on Teams, using Teams, and now we are transitioning to our Discord channels. And please let us know what your thoughts for this platform, and yeah, it will be much appreciated. And yeah, that will be all for today's webinar. Thank you all for joining us, and yeah, have fun mowing.
Good.
Good. Yeah. All right. Thank you. That's it for today. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.